and welcome if you're new. So today I just wanted to kind of do an energy check, and since we have a full moon coming up tomorrow, I will time it in with the full moon reading. So we also have Mercury going direct at the same time as this full moon, I believe, tomorrow as well. And we also have a Mars retrograde that's stationed December 6th, and it will be retrograde all the way until February 24th, I believe. So, with this Mercury retrograde that we're soon to be coming out of, this is likely a very introspective time. And many of you might be feeling like your energy is harder to access with Mars being retrograde. So I just felt to use a lot of angel decks because I know we're in a heavy time as a collective, and I wanted to kind of channel some messages of inspiration for this time, whatever wants to come through. So let's take a look. So this full moon, the main aspect, I believe, is a square to Neptune. Let's take two from that deck, actually. So this could be, and especially with Mercury still going slow even after he stations direct, it could be a time where there's a lot of confusion. I mean, I know for myself, I have never in my life felt like I don't know what reality is. Like everything feels confusing. Things that, were your foundations for reality your whole life are being called into question on so many levels. I feel those two. And so this is just a time to go within. For those in the northern hemisphere, we have the winter solstice coming up. For those in the southern, we have the summer solstice coming up. So this is just a time. This is just a time where externally it might feel like things are slowing down and things aren't happening. So if you're very focused on the external world, you could be feeling frustrated. However, internally, December is always the most magical month of the year for me personally. And I know just the energies, the frequencies with the solstice, it is truly this rebirth of our light, of our soul, of the sun within our own heart, and the sun, of this universe, the central sun. It's a rebirth. And so there's so much there if we allow ourselves to connect in. So I'm going to take a look at the oracle cards first, and then we will take a look at the tarot. So I have higher perspective, the cosmos, awakening, unity. We have third eye portal, vision, clairvoyance, and clarity, confusion. So that very much fits with the square to Neptune. We have Archangel Sandalphon with gifts from God. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. That's beautiful. We have Infinity. Wow. I've never pulled this from this deck. And we have 555 change. I believe there may also be a quincunx to Uranus with the sun around this time. So big shifts. And then from this deck, we have listening. Beautiful. I'm going to tune in and then I'll pull some tarot cards as well. So as I was mentioning, this feels very much like a very receptive time. There's this contrast of the external world and the internal world that I'm very much feeling, and there's this opening, like for those who are taking the time to meditate, to go within, to focus on themselves, there's this opening that's coming in. I truly feel that with this time. There, with listening, higher perspective, third eye portal, even though things might feel very confusing in the collective, if we slow down, if we listen within, we're going to be receiving a lot of wisdom, a lot of insights, a lot of blessings. So this is a powerful opportunity. And I'm just feeling within the collective, things could be, a contrast, feeling very extreme. So let's see for this full moon, what we have. This full moon get one more. This full moon coming up in the constellation of Taurus, Libra, or Gemini tropical, whatever resonates. So we have bottom of the deck, the Chariot with Angel of Guidance. So things are moving forward. We've been going through a time with this Mercury retrograde and in general where things have been feeling very stagnant. We've all been feeling, I feel that we've all been feeling like there's some event, some major thing that's going to happen. I feel like we've been feeling this all year, and yet it's still, so I feel like this pause, it's again that opportunity to really go inward. And as we receive these blessings within, as we receive this transformation within ourselves, it's mirroring in the external world. And so as I was saying, it could be feeling chaotic, and it's a big call to go within. And there is movement forward, I'm seeing, with this Chariot card on the bottom of the deck. So we have the Ten of Wands with burdens. We have the Four of Wands with freedom. We have the Lovers with angels of commitment. And we have the Queen of Cups with sensitivity. So let me just tune in here. This is the final full moon of the year. So, many of us are kind of taking stock of what we've been through, what this year, the main themes of this year, what we've been through as a collective and individually within our own lives. And for many, this has been a very difficult year. We've been having to face everything within ourselves. So with the Ten of Wands here as the main theme, I'm feeling like, many may be feeling exhausted, like they're ready for a break. Then we have the Christmas season coming up, or the holiday season in general coming up. And with the Mars retrograde, we could be feeling like we can't find the energy. Where is the energy? And we could be feeling like we have to kind of make ourselves go through the motions. But with what needs nurturing here, I have the Four of Wands. And I feel with this in this position, it's about allowing ourselves to receive, to realize that these shifts and these changes are actually going to be very positive. We are moving forward towards being more in alignment with the fifth dimension, with heaven on earth. So no matter what the shifts and changes seem like, to remember that the shifts and changes are, divinely ordained, and no matter what things look like, it's going somewhere positive. So I'm feeling like with this as what needs nurturing, it's this message to remember how far we've come, to celebrate. The Four of Wands can often talk about celebration, to celebrate the moment. This is the holiday season, to, focus on what it is that you're grateful for, to also to communicate with yourself, and that, there's messages from the divine. This is a very auspicious time for receiving messages, for receiving healing, for receiving comfort. So it's like communicating with yourself, working on your self-talk. If you have been having a more negative self-talk, and allowing yourself to acknowledge to yourself how far you've come and how far you're still going to go. And if you continue on this trajectory, you're moving towards complete freedom on every level. What's blossoming here, I have as the Lovers with angels of commitment. And I'm feeling this as a message, for those of you who are single, this always comes through, attracting your partner, maybe coming into deeper union within yourself. And for those in relationships, a greater union within those partnerships, and a greater feeling of partnership and camaraderie. And not even just romantic relationships. I'm talking about like all the people in your lives, really appreciating them more is what I'm feeling. That, through all the chaos and all the tumultuousness that we're moving through, you know, it's allowed us to take stock of the gifts and the blessings that we have. And there are more to come. And I very much feel this is like spiritual gifts. The just, message to keep in mind is the Queen of Cups. So I feel, we're going to be feeling very sensitive at this time. There could be a lot of heart openings taking place, and to remember that we're friends, because there could be some, battling going on in the collective, and to remember that we're going through this together, and to support each other as we can. And I'm seeing this, like, no matter how things look in the collective, we're actually moving towards greater unity and greater harmony. And so, these big oppositions, they're coming up strongly, and there's a lot of fear, no matter what you view, like what side of anything you could possibly be on. I think there's a lot of fear for everybody going on right now. There's such contrast of hope and fear of what, nobody knows. And I'm feeling, we're kind of at the end of our rope with this, but there is a shift with the Chariot, the Angel of Guidance at the bottom of the deck. We are going to start moving forward. We're going to come out of this burden energy, and we're going to receive. There's this positive message of receiving messages, guidance within, Angel of Guidance, and matching the frequencies of higher dimensions is what I'm feeling with this infinity, with this, and with the Lovers too. Those of you who have truly been longing to call in your life partner, you're getting closer is what I'm feeling. And those of you who are already in partnerships, really coming to a place of greater alignment and greater appreciation. I'm feeling the feminine energy within us all is what's going to help us through, because we're exhausted. We're at the end of our rope. Things might feel confusing, and so just come into your heart. This is what's blossoming. Come into your heart. Remember that we love each other, and allow yourself to receive. I'm kind of feeling like I'd like to pull some more cards. Let me see. I'd like to pull some more cards here, just to get a little more information about this lunar cycle, whatever wants to come through. So let's get a card from this deck. So the energies, an energy update, check-in, these full moon energies. So let's see what wants to come through this deck. See if there are any more messages we may receive. So we have that one. Let's get one from this deck. An energy check-in, this full moon. Feeling 2 from this deck. And some from this deck I'm feeling. Just since this is such a deeply spiritual time, that's where most of the movement is taking place, I like to use this deck for that. So what other messages can we get about this full moon in the constellation of Taurus, Gemini tropical? What other information can we get about the energies of this time? Yeah, at the bottom of this deck, I have empathic starseed, and with the third eye portal, the higher perspective, I'm feeling like collectively, the collective fear that we're moving through, it's also part of, even if you don't think it's impacting you, it's also part of why things might feel nebulous right now. And we're absorbing the collective fear. And our individual parts is also to help transmute. So as we transmute that fear within ourselves, it's helping the entire collective. The neurosphere around the earth, the planetary thought body. As each of us do the inner work to master our own thoughts, it reflects in the planetary thought body as well. So with the 10 of Wands, even though we're feeling exhausted, we're almost done with this phase. And there is movement coming, is what I really want to put forth. We have navigating by the stars with follow your bliss. So this kind of confirms that energy that I'm feeling of, with our physical eyes in the tangible world, we don't know what's going on. Things aren't clear at all. But when we go within, when we tune within and let go of the noise, this will be the guidance. So many are being called into higher leaderships as well, those who have been able to go within and receive guidance, allowing themselves to transform more and more. You're going to be necessary for all that's to come to help. Like there's so much, and it's important for the more of us who do this, the better, because we're all here as one humanity, and every single voice has something that no other voice has, and we're activating each other, we're awakening together. And with this Lovers card, with this Four of, I'm just truly feeling that we're moving into a time of more service, people stepping up, and there's also a whole collective I'm feeling who hasn't really consciously awakened yet, who's going to be starting this part. So we have navigating by the stars, we have beauty, we have gratitude. I was feeling gratitude with that beauty, and then there we go. We have star keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. And we, the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. This is exactly what I was feeling from the other cards. That, for those of us who are able to go within, who aren't as taken off track by the external world because we've been preparing, that, it's our role to help stabilize things, for the whole collective. And the first wave of ascension, if you resonate with that, we're the ones who are changing things within, and it's mirroring externally. And so, if any of the fears come up, any of the concerns and the worries come up for the collective, that it's our role, if you're resonating with this, if you feel on this path, to really go within, because it's going to help things stabilize in your own life, in the collective. And this is what I was feeling as well with this square to Neptune. Like, everything is up in the air. Nobody knows what reality is more than ever before. People have thought that they know what's going on. Everybody has their own opinions, their own thoughts, and people have thought. But never before have I felt like everything is just truly being so called into question. What is real? What is the truth? And this is a beautiful process, even though it can feel chaotic, because it's the only way, the questioning everything is the only way that we, first of all, let go of attachments to beliefs, to the old world, and then allow the truth to make its way through the process. And, since with this Ten of Wands and with the tumultuousness and everything going on, there's deep love available, which is why I felt called to use the angel decks as well. There's deep love. There's so much opportunity for shifts within, like radical shifts, radical timeline shifts, following your inner joy and it leading to a whole new reality for you. Like waking up in a new dream is how I'm feeling this. And so the more that we focus on our appreciation, on our gratitude for everything that we have in our lives, the more this calls more and more and more of that to us. So all in all, I'm feeling this as a time of deep spirituality, deep connection, calling us more and more inward, a time to appreciate each other, celebrate our loved ones, because there's radical shifts and radical changes coming through. And the more that we let go of the noise, the more we connect within, the more clarity we will have. And with this Mercury stationing direct, there is more clarity to come. Just know that. We have this Mars retrograde going on until late February. So we may be kind of struggling with energy, but it will shift. Just know that as well. So I am sending you all so much love whenever you are receiving this, and I'm wishing you such a beautiful holiday season. Many blessings.